Guten Tag, mes amis, wie geht's? C'est moi, Dieter. This is furtherance to how to properly set up a pedal board. So I found you can find some interesting sites online. I found a professional pedal board setup that's highly recommended. They say to put your tuner first. Well, of course, that just makes sense. But let's assume that you're doing this for the first time, so you don't know. So Dita, sometimes, I think, because I do these off the cuff, I think sometimes I assume you know something, and you may not. So I'll try and get better at that. So yeah, put your tuner first if you have one. Then you want to put your compression pedals. Those are things that take more juice. So compression, if you have an overdrive, like a blues driver or a micro amp or a distortion, then you place your fuzz box, because that draws quite a bit. Then you would place your fuzz box, something like a poly blue octave. I'll show you how I've set this up, and then we're going to try it, not in this video, in the next one, and see how well it goes, because I'm just waking up here, but I thought I'd go through it with you first. And then I put my carbon copy delay, then my phase 90, and my tremolo. So usually what you do is at the front of the chain, the pedal chain, you put your pedals that draw the most power and give you a boost, which makes sense. And then in diminishing things, you put the pedals that take less power, like a phase 90 draws very little current, so does a tremolo, and a delay, and a reverb. So I didn't mention reverb, but if you have a reverb pedal, yeah, you should put it towards the end of your chain. So we're going to do that and go over. And the other thing is, when you have a power supply, like I'll show you my pedal board here that I'm using. Make sure that sometimes they have 9 volt and 12 volt outlets. So make sure you get that right. And most pedals have a negative ground, but a negative pole in the middle. Some have positive, though, so you have to be aware of that. Usually the positive pole, when you get a kit, the positive ones will have red ends on them, bright red ends, so that you know what they are. So here's the pedal board I'm going to demonstrate later today. So you see we've got a blues driver there, first in the chain. And so the micro amp, the fuzz box, the poly blue octave, the carbon copy, the phase 90, and the tremolo. I'm not putting in a reverb with this because I have it on my other board, and then I'll show you the back here. Oh, if I can. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Yeah, so here's the back. You can't see this, but it's a Voodoo Lounge digital thing. Those are the outlets at the back. And this is a pretty nice pedal board. They used to be made in the United States. Now they're made in China. It's the Pedaltrain Classic Junior. So once I wake up and get my guitar plugged in here and amp, we'll see how this puppy sounds, yeah? Wiedersehen, haben Sie einen guten Tag.